That'll be the fastest podcast
Ever.
in
Right?
history. So, so yeah, let's go ahead and get in here. So we got the lovely ladies of the cast here. We're gonna start with Miss Lynn. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Can y'all hear
Or
me?
yes,
Yes,
we
Yeah.
hear you.
ma'am.
Oh, God. What's up, guys? Lynn here. Thank you, Kuuppon, for having us tonight. Doing another Set Offcast. I'm excited. Let's get tonight's podcast started.
All righty then. Now we're gonna slide on over to Miss K. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss K, aka 219 Gary IND. Glad to be back among the most coolest lady gamers on YouTube. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Let's get this
That is
podcast
what's
started.
up. That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna slide on over here to Miss Nia. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What is up, everybody? It's your girl Nia, the video game her, back on episode 11 of the Set It Off cast. Really excited to be here tonight with my girls. Let's go.
Yo. And Meet Me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What it do, my gamers? This is Meek, and y'all know where to find me on Meek Gaming and Soldiers That Game. Want to thank Kuuppon for having me here tonight. Let's get it popping, ladies.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. And y'all know me all too well. Kuuppon Strives, you're a gaming diva, and we're gonna get this thing started. So we got some interesting little topics here. We're gonna start with the main event, which is the Green Lantern. And there's this article that I kind of came across. It was like floating around on Facebook, and it's basically various different I guess Green Lantern for John Stewart. Who would you like to see play as? And they have like 5 guys or 5 actors that are possible John Stewart Green Lanterns, which I will read who they are. We got Nate Parker, which I have no clue who that person is. Then there's Idris Elba, my baby. Then there's Michael B.
fight.
Jordan. I've seen this guy, Michael B. Jordan. I just don't remember exactly from where.
Creed.
Then
He
they
was
have.
in Creed recently.
Oh, is it? Okay. And then Donald Glover was one.
Okay.
And then they have David Oyelowo. I probably said that wrong. All kinds of wrong. But those are the 5 possible Green Lanterns for John Stewart. And then there was also like some another one that I've seen in Facebook that was posted, which was they had Will Smith and who was it?
Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyrese. Oh, okay.
hmm So basically, my question to you ladies, we're not really going to read this topic or this, thing here, but my question to you is, if you know anything about, Green Lantern, there is a, Black Green Lantern, and his name is John Stewart.
Mhm.
And who would you like to see play that part if they come out with another Green Lantern, like, movie or whatever? Like, what would be your ideal actor to play him?
Hmm.
I guess I'll start.
Ooh.
Because I
Girl,
don't know. I
I
don't
already know
know.
what
If
you're
any,
gonna say.
I don't know if anybody else cares about Green Lantern, but like, check this out. I have been a Green Lantern fangirl for like the past couple of days, but the stuff that I've been watching has been showcasing Hal Jordan, who is the first human Green Lantern. Because if you guys don't know, Green Lantern is actually like a corp of like a gazillion Green Lanterns from all over the universe. And Hal Jordan was the very first human Earthling Green Lantern. And I think John Stewart is like the 3rd or 4th or something.
I think he was the 3rd one, I think.
Because I know there's
one other
Hal
after
Jordan.
Hal.
There's Hal Jordan, there's Guy Gardner, who was after Hal,
Yeah.
there's another
Yeah.
dude, and then there's John Stewart.
Yeah.
So anyway, we ain't here to talk about all of that, but like,
Yeah, no.
I've been gasming all over the Green Lantern universe for the last couple of days, so I feel like this topic really speaks to me. But
I'm bad.
She
I can
gets out.
tell.
you don't
Figure
even
it
know, like, okay, like I'm not like
even
a
know.
big. I'm not like a big like comic fan. Like I wasn't fortunate enough to grow up. Like if I could go back in time, like that's one of the things that I would have picked up to go along with my quote unquote nerd culture interest is comic books. I would have totally been down for that. But anyway, so as far as Green Lantern is concerned, as far as the person who plays John Stewart, like like Kuuppon said, I've also been seeing a lot of these things floating around, and some of some of it is just some of these actors trying to get their name kind of
Right.
buzzing in people's ears in case some, DC is looking for a Green Lantern for the big screen. Because,
Right.
the last Green Lantern movie kind of screwed the pooch. I mean, So, it only makes sense that DC would kind of start over with John Stewart.
Yeah, they're like, let's just go to Jon Stewart.
Let's just go to Jon Stewart.
Everyone else.
Don't even bother with another Hal Jordan right now. It's who we can get it right,
Like,
right?
as far away from Hal as possible. Let's go to Jon Stewart, and that's on the other side of the color spectrum.
Oh my god! But here's the thing, though. Like, just a sidebar. Ryan Reynolds wasn't a bad Hal Jordan,
He was not.
but the movie was terrible.
It was.
I mean, that's a completely different thing altogether. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to the topic at hand. So I got a couple of names here, right? For people that I feel that would be pretty decent, Jon Stewart's. But just to kind of preface the actual picture that had Tyrese and Idris and Will Smith. First of all, Will Smith is no. He's too old.
He's been into too much
He's
shit.
too old, okay? He's been in too many movies, okay? There's so many other black actors other than Will Smith, okay? And I also feel the same way about Idris Elba, even though me and Kuuppon gotta fight, because that's also my baby too.
Excuse me?
But he does look a lot like Jon Stewart from the comics.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to rule him out because I feel like, just like Will Smith, he's kind of overplayed.
He's a little older.
He's overplayed as far as black actors. Like, there's so many black actors out there.
There's
Idris
a lot.
ain't the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Give somebody else a chance. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I love him as a prospect for Jon Stewart. But I want to think out the box here. Now, as far as Tyrese is concerned, I've seen Tyrese in that outfit, and I ain't gonna lie, he looked pretty damn good in the outfit. But
He did.
here's the thing that I have with Tyrese: he played himself like every movie. Okay, like if he's gonna be Jon Stewart, homie needs to get on his acting game and really step it up to the umpteenth degree. Because as far like he looks the part, but his acting, I don't believe him. You know what I mean? Like, he's really gonna have to step it up if he were to play this role. And I don't know, like I said, he plays himself in every movie he's in. Like any role he's in, he's basically himself, whatever. So, like, I came up with another list of people who I think would actually be pretty good as Jon Stewart. One being Michael Jai White. I think Michael Jai White would be a damn good Jon Stewart.
My goodness.
And he will look pretty good in the suit. But it's not about that, okay? It's not about that.
Are we sure about that?
I'm sure about this. But I think he would make a good Jon Stewart.
He would. Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, Michael, definitely.
Michael Jai White. Yep, and he could do his own theatrics because homie is actually like a martial
He
artist.
actually, he definitely, that's a definite.
And let me see. David Ramsey. For those of you guys who watch Arrow, David Ramsey is the guy who plays Diggle in Arrow.
Oh yeah.
He would make a damn, and the man has been acting for years, and he also kind of meets that age thing because Jon Stewart is a very serious character. He's a little bit on the older side, so I feel like if anybody plays him, they gotta have that maturity, that mature look to them. And also, just based on the actual article that in question, there were a couple of people who kind of threw some names out. One of the names thrown out was Donald Glover, and I like Donald Glover as an actor and as an individual, but I feel like he's kind of one of those people who's kind of like on the younger side. I don't really think that he has that mature appearance to be Jon Stewart. I think that if they chose to use Donald Glover in any DC thing, I would say he should be Aqualad or like Static Shock or something like that. Like, I'm serious. Like, that's not shade, but like he looks like a young dude. He's a young looking dude, you know?
Yeah, I put up a picture of him right now, so you should be able to see him. Yeah, he would be good as a Static Shock actually.
He would be a great Static Shock.
He would actually fit Static Shock nicely.
Right. I would like to see Donald Glover as Aqualad. I think he would be a good Aqualad.
Oh,
But
Aqualad too. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
Aqualad, he would be great as Aqualad.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was also another actor who put his bid in for Jon Stewart's Green Lantern, and that is Lance Gross. I don't know if you guys know Lance Gross, but he's been in like the different like Tyler Perry movies, and he's been in some of the Tyler Perry like
Oh
TV
yeah,
shows
yeah,
and stuff. But to me, I feel like he has the same problem as Donald Glover. Like he looks like a baby. You know?
He's young.
He would be a great cyborg because cyborg has also been shown as more like a young adult.
yeah.
Like he's kind of in between like that teenage but young adult.
He would be a good like cyborg type, or he would also be good for like Aqualad as well.
Yeah, he would be a good cyborg or a good Aqualad, I think.
True.
And I did look up what's that individual's name? Nate Parker. Nate Parker is cool, but I just don't feel like he has that thing. But maybe if they, they gave him like, a short haircut and they dressed him up, maybe he will look the part. But I don't know. He still kind of got that little baby face.
Not
thing
quite
going
Green
on.
Lantern. No, not quite Green Lantern.
So, and I know a lot of what I'm saying is looks because I'm not a movie person, so I'm not really well versed in a lot of these people's acting styles and things like that. But like just going based off of how I think they would be portrayed, I would have to say Michael Jai White, David Ramsey, and maybe Tyrese if he could learn how to actually like act. So, like, no shade. Tyrese, like, I love Tyrese, but like Jon Stewart is such a particular character, yo. Like you have
Tyrese
to play
is like
him
Tyrese in everything he does.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just when you're taking on the role of like a superhero type character, you have got to take yourself out of it.
You gotta be that character.
I can't see you and I can't go to a superhero movie and see that actor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like with the whole Ben Affleck thing, I just constantly saw Ben Affleck, not Bruce Wayne or not Batman, but I haven't seen the movie yet. But that's just what it is. I'll know once I see the movie, then I can be like, okay, yeah, he did a good Batman. But like with Tyrese, it's like I see Tyrese.
Yep.
I don't see Green Lantern, and I'm gonna always see Tyrese.
Yep.
So,
and it doesn't help that he plays himself in every movie.
Yeah. It's kind of like with what's his name, freaking with Deadpool. Like I see Deadpool actually now. I don't see Ryan Reynolds. I just see Deadpool. Like he is Deadpool, and yeah, he is also Ryan Reynolds, so it works.
But he embodied the character.
But he embodied the character as well, because he's a goofy type of person. He's a goofy actor, and he can take on serious roles if he wants. But he embodied Deadpool as well as being Ryan Reynolds. So you kind of can see that difference. So that with Tyrese, I don't know if they're gonna, especially with Jon Stewart, he's more of a serious kind of Green Lantern.
Yeah, because Hal Jordan is the more
Hal
joking,
Jordan was
but Jon Stewart don't play.
Jon Stewart don't play. He that militant dude. Like, no F's given. It's time to go. We got to do this way. So yeah. So you need someone who's going to be able to take on the role of Jon Stewart and Green Lantern of that kind. Because he's dead on serious. Like this dude is serious. He don't joke around too often. Like he has jokes here and there. I've seen some of his joking formats, but he's more of a serious Green Lantern as opposed to Hal Jordan, who's kind of like fairly laid back and kind of funny or whatnot. But
yeah,
so got to go with that. So
true.
We shall see what they do then. I don't know.
I know. I just think it's funny how everybody's kind of putting like, hey, I want to be the Green Lantern,
Yeah, it suddenly was like a sudden wave of like, because it started off with one or two people, and then all of a sudden it's just a wave of, well, what about this person? Or what about, I'm like, dude, stop, just stop. Y'all can't just throw random actors. And quite frankly, I would, to be all honest, like as much as I would love to see my favorite actor or whatever play Green Lantern, I would really like to see a no-name come up, actor that we don't know about play him.
Yeah.
I would rather see somebody we don't know, because that way you can literally. So that way he doesn't have to worry about trying to embody that character, but he can make that character his own, as opposed to me seeing an actor I know very well and grew up with.
Exactly.
So I think it would be better if we just get somebody who's a no-name person. And quite frankly, for most superhero characters, we should get people that are like not really well known, because when you know that character and they play that, when you know the actor and you play a character that you grew up with in comic books, for me at least, it kind of makes me feel a little iffy, but that's just for me.
Yeah.
Halle Berry, anyone? Get the hell out of here with that shit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
move
she
on.
just
Move
yeah.
on. She is not the one.
Can we just move on? Like, if they're gonna pick an actress for that, I just have to harp on this for 2 seconds. If they're gonna pick an actress for that, just might as well go freaking get Eartha Kitt or something, or freaking Iman or somebody.
Yeah,
Like,
the kid, she ain't with us though.
she ain't.
So.
Yeah, I know. I know, but it's just like, damn, go somebody, but not her, not Halle Berry. But anyway.
I guess since we already talking about it, if y'all want a real Storm, I guess that's who you talking about, Storm, right?
Yes, Storm.
Angela Bassett should have been Storm.
She could have worked
it. Been Storm. Why she ain't never been Storm? I don't understand
Angela Bassett takes her role seriously, and that's one thing I can respect about her. When she takes a role, she takes it seriously. Halle Berry didn't take that role seriously. It was already noted that she really wasn't thinking of it as being a big thing.
And it wasn't.
And you could kind of see her acting was like phoned in. Like, they gave her a sidebar, and it's not just Halle Berry's fault, because I'm not gonna blame it all on her. But at the same time, the writers didn't write Storm as the goddess she's supposed to be. Like, come the frick on, this lady was married to Black Panther, for goodness sake. Like, what? Like, can you not portray her better? Like, she's just background noise, and it just was so sad.
Like, Storm is a bad,
like, she's a badass. She is like the face of the X-Men, right along there with freaking Cyclops and all the others, and Wolverine and everybody else. She took over the X-Men. She used to be the leader of the X-Men at some point. Like, she has her role in the X-Men, so she shouldn't be furniture. Like, they treated her like furniture, and then they didn't make it to be better for Halle Berry. So
yeah,
that was just a little gripe I had to get off my chest. But yeah,
I feel you though. I really do.
We shall see what they do with this Green Lantern thing. Considering it's not really, they haven't even announced that there's going to be another movie, have they?
I don't think they have. I thought there were some rumors buzzing around that they were going to try to either bring. You know what? I don't even know if he's even slated to be in the freaking
right.
Justice League. You know, they're trying to build up to the Justice League movie, because I
They
know
do
they
it
already
way too
talked
fast.
about.
They need to take their time.
Man, I haven't even seen. We getting all off topic though. I haven't even seen Batman vs Superman, but
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
But they
But-
said they trying to get everybody, because I know that me and my boyfriend were talking about this today. They said they got an Aquaman lined up. They already know Wonder Woman gonna come back. They talking about freaking Cyborg, but they ain't said nothing about Green Lantern. So it's like, I don't know what they doing right now. I really don't.
They'll probably bring more people in later once they get an idea what they want to do, or they
They'll
might
probably bring Green Lantern out when they
because
do
Justice League is a lot bigger than the Avengers. Like, they got a lot more characters to pull from than the Avengers do.
Yeah, true.
And so, with that being said, they can't just sit up here and just slap some characters into the Justice League without a reason, or, just because we all know about, comic book wise, like, movies, they're separate from the comic books. I've understood this. I get it. That's just the way it is. And some people who are like hardcore, comic book fans take it too damn seriously and be like, well, it's not supposed to be like the comic books. It's the movies. They're not going to follow the comic books word for fucking word. Stop it.
That's
it's meant to take some of the source material, rewrite some of it so it fits in movie format, and make something new with it. Like, I've seen and read and heard everything there is to hear about the mainstream comic book version of the characters. Right. Can I get something new now, is what I feel.
Exactly. People need to get off that for real. As long as it's not hot garbage, like, come on.
Like, yeah, like, they did a good job with the Avengers, so, I mean, I'm pretty sure these guys over here on this side with the, DC side, they'll figure their thing out, but
they better figure it out.
But, like, for me, I'm sorry, they're just so much better at the animated DC stuff. Like, the animated DC shows are on point. Like, they got that on lock, and I think they need to stick with
don't
it.
Even get me started.
And their
on
TV shows are a lot better too. So I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe they should stick to the TV and animated versions and let Marvel do their movie shit, but hey, that's just me.
Don't even get
So-
me started, yo. Like I am on a like DC high right now, but that's not
see.
even the
You over
point.
there with that Flash and Arrow and everything else under the sun.
And then like I told you, I've been binge watching like Green Lantern stuff. Like,
Yeah, I heard Supergirl bit
So
the
did you
dust.
like
Supergirl gonna bite the dust. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
She's not. They had to literally put her with freaking Flash just to make her exciting.
I did not like that show.
I
That
don't
is-
like Supergirl.
Because,
I'm
you know,
sorry.
Supergirl was way tougher than that.
Yeah, like it seems like she's some like
Oh,
Valley Girl type. I don't know. I don't even feel like
made her
harping on her.
silly. I'm like, yo, I actually saw the episode of Supergirl in the Flash. I was like, this is whack, bro. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, they trying to drag Flash down with her. Like, stop it! Y'all better kill that noise. But we gonna actually move on from that because that's just it's whatever. But yeah, you know it is what it is. Does anybody else have like a? Oh, actually, I'm looking at this. Somebody actually suggested. Who is this guy? I forgot. Shamar Moore.
oh,
For
I
Green
saw
Lantern.
that. I feel like
Yeah.
I think he's reached that
I think
age where
He's too pretty.
he's pretty. He's too
Girl,
pretty,
he is
and he's
pretty.
old, and he's
Yeah.
older now. Like he's kind of
Yeah,
like
he's.
too old
I think-
now.
No,
It's not even that. I just think he doesn't really embody Jon Stewart whatsoever. Like, it would be nice to see him play the part, but I don't. He's just one of those kind of like pretty types that I don't think should take that part because
Yeah.
I
He
just
just
don't see him
doesn't.
as
He
Jon
just
Stewart.
doesn't
He
look
doesn't fit
like
it.
Jon.
He doesn't look the part. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
doesn't look the part. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't see it. And Shamar, I respect Shamar because he's been acting for years, but he just doesn't embody Jon Stewart to me either. It's like, and then he's kind of reaching that age where it's like, yeah, you probably should chill out. Like he's almost Will Smith status right now. It's like you old, go sit down.
yeah, but he looked way better than some Will Smith.
I mean,
Will Smith is just sit down to me.
Will Smith.
I don't like. No, I just don't like that man.
I see that. I see this right now.
I just don't like him or his kids.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
on that note, we're just gonna cut that right off.
Don't like that anybody.
No, ma'am, we're gonna cut that one off. But yeah,
I'm not worrying about nothing but one movie, and it would be Wonder Woman.
I'm not interested at all in that. Surprisingly, that's my girl. Anyway, Nintendo versus Capcom. We're gonna move on to the next topic. So, Street Fighter producer Yoshinori Ono would like to see a Nintendo versus Capcom game. I'm just gonna read a little excerpt from this thingy here, and we'll go from there. Nintendo and Capcom surprised gamers around the world last year when they announced that Ryu from Street Fighter would be joining Super Smash Bros. As a playable fighter. Ryu has proven to be a popular character in Smash, and there are fans who would love to see the two companies team up for more crossover action in the future. Street Pass UK caught up with Capcom producer Yoshinori Ono at a Street Fighter V event recently, and potential crossovers were a hot topic. Ono revealed that he thinks it would be fun to see Zangief and Blanca I should say, in Super Smash Bros. And he also was interested in the idea of Nintendo vs. Capcom game, much like the Marvel vs. Capcom series. You can check out the video interview by clicking above. And I have a link below to this article, so you can click on the video interview in the link above. So yeah, Nintendo versus Capcom. Anybody interested in seeing something of that caliber? I think it would be.
That would actually be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty dope.
I wouldn't
Creative
even be
and dope.
against that. That
I
sounds
wouldn't
cool.
either.
At
That
least,
sounds
Street
hype.
Fighter, at least Street Fighter will probably be finished.
Oh man, come on, man.
I saw it coming, and it won't be 6 month year old. It'll be 6 month old proof. You won't be tapping away at that.
Right.
But yeah, that actually is an interesting idea. I would like to see it. Not sure how they would do it. I guess they would just get all their Capcom characters together and get all the Nintendo characters together and just whoop ass.
And
Sounds
that
fun.
would even go beyond freaking Street Fighter characters. Like they could pull anybody from their franchises and put it in their game. Like kind of like how they did with
Yeah, Marvel
Project
versus
Cross,
Capcom.
Marvel versus
Or
Capcom,
Project.
obviously, and Project Cross Zone. Like there
Yeah,
was
just
so
getting
many
all the different characters from all walks of life and just toss them up in there.
Yep, that would be pretty. That would be pretty
That would
dope.
be dope. That would be dope. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm not really
Huh.
to fighters,
Fighter
so I
games,
really don't
me
have
either.
much to add to this. I could
Me
shimmy
either.
on over to somebody else who know what they talking about.
I know. Who is a fighter? Who likes fighter games up in this joint? None of us.
I like Tekken.
You like Tekken? Yeah, I'm waiting for the next Tekken to come out. To be
Yeah, that's
honest,
what I
like
want.
this
Yeah.
thing needs
I'm
to
not really
hurry
a big
up.
Street Fighter fan. I mean, I'll play Super Smash.
Yeah.
That's a good game. But not really a Street Fighter fan. But Tekken,
Gotcha.
yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm waiting for Tekken and King of Fighters. To be honest, that's my two games I'm looking for. So, all right. Nobody else has anything on that topic? Then we will move on. So, GTA 6 Tokyo in mind for Rockstar's next Grand Theft Auto. I am not about to read all this. This is too much. But it's a concept idea that the next GTA might be set in Tokyo, and it's possible that it's already in development. Aside from Tokyo, which is an awesome idea, and I think it would be interesting to see GTA in Tokyo, screw up some, Japanese folk, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's cool. I would also, actually, to be honest, I would love to see Grand Theft Auto in London or France and other countries and stuff. Like, it doesn't just have to be in the U.S.
Has
Like,
there ever been a Grand Theft Auto that was set in any place other than the United States?
not that I know of.
No.
I think they were all in the U.S., so let's move. Yeah, let's go abroad. I think it would be awesome.
As long as it ain't another Tokyo Drift, we good.
Well, they'll
But
probably
wouldn't Grand Theft Auto in Tokyo just be sleeping dogs? I mean,
pretty much. That's exactly
Yeah, I was just saying that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, sleeping dogs, though.
Which I hope they take some things from Sleeping
They
Dogs.
need to.
Yeah, they could take some ideas from it, definitely.
That was an underrated game.
It was.
Very
It was so underrated.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't played that game.
Oh, it's good.
Like it's always for sale on Steam, and like I never have money when it's on sale.
Well, I need to go back on sale again and pick it
Yeah,
up.
try it out. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, because they had some interesting concepts in that game that they could put for GTA, definitely. And let me see, GTA in Tokyo. Yeah, pretty much Sleeping Dogs.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
What could it be based around?
I don't know why they would even pick Tokyo.
What could it be based around? Like,
I mean, it's the same. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll find some weird story that they can put where it sends these dudes over to Tokyo. Unless you're playing, yeah, it's gonna be something dealing with the triad and the freaking Yakuza.
Yep, all of that.
All that stuff.
See now, that is so overused.
Mostly
yo.
GTA.
But that's all they got.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that maybe they'll come up with some other thing. What I would like to see is if they're going to set it up in Tokyo, can I be a character where I can set up my own gang? Like, I don't have to be in the triad or the freaking Yakuza. Let me make my character. Let me go around and, other people who are online, collect them mofos, and actually make your own gang. And it'd be gang wars or something. That would be nice.
No, the way they were doing
Bunch of gang wars.
That would be dope.
That'd be cool. Bikers and stuff and all sorts of stuff. Like, you can have people who are biker, gangs and bikers as bikers, corporate thugs, whatever you want.
Yo, the homie Lockett said if people want to play GTA in Tokyo, play Sleeping Dogs. Let's go somewhere else. Me and Lockett are on the same page right now, bro. Like,
it's pretty much what it is. It's just Sleeping Dogs. I would prefer like something in London, maybe France. I don't know. India, Africa. Let's go to Africa. Let's go to the freaking Sahara somewhere. I don't care, like anywhere.
I feel like there's so many different cliches that they use in gaming.
Like Africa has cities. In case people didn't know, like there are cities, well-developed cities in Africa. So don't get it twisted.
That's true.
They can have GTA in Africa with actual cities. Motherfuckers run around in cars, on bikes, all that stuff. It's not what you see on TV. It's an
actual city.
It's an actual city. It looks beautiful. I've been there. Calm down.
And they're rich.
And they're rich. Very freaking rich, might I add. But yeah, it would be nice to see like GTA in a different continent. But
True.
Tokyo Drift, I mean, well,
Yeah,
Tokyo Drift.
no-
but
no
It's
Tokyo.
Tokyo Drift. It's freaking sleeping dogs.
Like too many games already do that, yo. That's
Yeah.
like I'm like locking.
Something different.
Let's go somewhere else.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need to go somewhere else. But I don't know. I don't know what they would do with it. Well, right here it's saying that they haven't settled on the location, but they're still kind of warming to it. So I don't know.
What
Well, no,
if
it
they
should
do like
be
a
London.
GTA in the past? Like they don't have to be. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to
like-
be current either.
Yeah, it don't. It could be or set in the future.
In
Who
the
cares?
future, who knows?
A future GTA if it's gonna be in Tokyo and some other stuff. I guess I don't know.
Speaking of future,
Oh, no.
Call of Duty.
Do we really want to go there? I'm gonna skip all the way to that topic. We can skip to that one and just come back through because
No, you can keep going. I'm just remembering, like I forgot that was even a thing we supposed to be talking about. Like, wait,
yeah, it is. Nah, but I'm over the GTA. What do y'all think? Like,
I'm with locking.
Nah.
Let's go somewhere else, bro.
yeah, let's move on.
Let's
I
go
don't
to
want no.
another city.
I don't need sleeping dogs. I don't need secret sleeping dogs. Like, for real, for real,
Like for real, for real.
for real, for real, for real, for real. That's all you guys wanted. You just want to make sleeping dogs. Shut up. Okay, moving on. So with all the talks of the PlayStation and the PlayStation 4K or whatever the heck it's supposedly called, I guess Phil Spencer had some things to say about the Xbox division, and Phil Spencer shuts down any hopes of the Xbox One and a half. So we're not getting a 4K whatever Xbox system. You're gonna just get the system you have. And he's more or less, he just would rather finish the, finish out this console's, cycle and then move on to another if that's the case. So I'm just going to read what Spencer says as opposed to this whole long-ass topic here. So he says, I'm not a big fan of Xbox One and a half. If we're going to move forward, I want to move forward in big numbers. For us, our box is doing well. It performs. It's reliable. The servers are doing well. If we're going to go forward with anything, like I said, I want it to be a really substantial change for people and upgrade. So I'm just glad they're not getting on board with this whole 4.5, and a half or something or other Xbox thing. I mean, I'm comfortable with my Xbox. I've had fun with it so far. It's doing what it needs to do, and I have a fire one off in my home.
Whoa. Whoa. Hold
Got
up.
some toast or bread?
Hold up.
I
Oh my god. Somebody make it stop.
Please call 911.
It's a conspiracy. As soon as you start talking about that, the alarm went off.
don't know. It's totally a conspiracy. You burning stuff down? Okay. Anyway,
Shout outs to streaming
shout-
live.
right? Like, there we go. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Fun times on this podcast, I'm saying. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the matter? Are you glad they're not getting on board this bandwagon?
They don't need to get on the bandwagon. Just continue to give us good games. Continue to update the Xbox One. They ain't got to do that shit Sony doing. Sony on some
I mean, the
bullshit
4K.
right now.
How many people on that 4K TV?
Fuck 4K.
Oh my god. Oh my
Wow.
god.
4K is just like what happened with the 3D TV.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
4K. It's a money grab.
That 3D TV didn't last long. That 3D TV went the way of the birds. It did not last long. So I mean, 4K will be more mainstream soon enough. Like, give it a minute, but don't try to be the first to, Well, I understand why they are, but
Well, spend your energy on making some new consoles
Well,
instead of just saying, "Hey, 4K."
no. My thing is like they make this next console, and then like they're gonna ignore it, like they tend to do with a lot of their.
Look what they did with the Vita.
Their
I
items.
don't trust Sony. I don't Sony like that. Look what they did with the Vita. So I don't
Well,
trust
at least
them.
it's not a slim,
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
because you'll have 4K, then 4K slim.
And I think the 4K that they're talking about is basically media. I don't really think it has something to do with games.
It's not. It has something
It's gonna
because they
upscale
want to
you.
get
It's
in the
just
band-
mostly about
they
the
want to
media.
get on the bandwagon of this 4K TV.
They just want to be the first, and that's fine. It's fine and dandy. I understand that's something you want to go for, but is it really necessary right now? Because ain't nobody really. I mean, not a lot of people got the 4K, TVs right
I
now.
mean, I don't.
hanging out in their house all day, every day.
Right. I got one, and that's good enough. I don't plan on buying another one right now.
You know, can I
4K
get this?
TV,
Can I get my play out of this TV first? Shit.
I think they're misleading. I think they're trying to mislead the consumers. That's just what I think. I feel like they're trying to mislead the consumers.
It's just like with the new 3DS. Essentially, it's an upgraded system that is supposedly gonna. They'll probably have maybe 1 or 2 games that only has 4K. I don't see why they would have games exclusive to it. That would just be stupid. But I guess basically what it's supposed to do is whatever previous games you've had and games going forward are supposed to be able to play better on a 4K TV. What? And I'm supposed
to me, they just need to call the new PS4. What did they say? 4K. Just call it an upscaler, because that's what the hell.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just to upscale your games and make them look better on your 4K TV, that's fine and dandy. But I mean, hey, whatever. People are gonna buy it, so it is what it is. I mean, do what you do with your money. I can't stop you, and I really don't care.
True.
So. But I'm just glad that Phil spoke out on that and squashed that and nipped that in the bud right away.
Microsoft is doing fine. They just need to continue the stride that they're on. Keep bringing us these exclusive games. Keep updating the system. Keep giving us good free games to top that off.
Because they do give better good. They do get better free games. I know PSN free games suck.
Yep.
That's something that they do need to work on, but.
I'm just gonna keep it real, and I own all the consoles.
Because they too busy advertising their PlayStation View.
So what I
PlayStation View. I'm like, I have Comcast, so I already got TV.
Right.
No. Advertise something else about some games or something.
True.
How about advertising for a stronger PSN network? Can we do that?
I don't know why you keep asking, Miss K. You know that ain't happening. Stop asking.
I don't know.
No,
she's like, I just want a better friggin' online, please.
Let's spend the money to work on that.
Yeah, all I want for them is just to improve on where they need help.
What they already have.
You don't need all this extra stuff.
Because they have a decent system. Just improve on what you already got, and you'll be fine. The 4K is unnecessary right now. It literally is unnecessary. Plus, you got VR coming out, and you're trying to do more with your... What? Like...
That's why they're doing the 4K.
They stretching themselves too far, too thin. They doing too much. They need to chill out.
And you know, I've actually heard, like, you know, I'm on the fence with PS4K. I don't even know if it's real or not, or if it's just speculation. But somebody did make a good point though. Like, we have these developers that keep pushing these console manufacturers for more power. And if this is the case, for one, I thought the PS4 was already supposed to be the answer to this. So I personally don't think that Sony should have to risk making another console just to make them happy, because the PlayStation 4 doesn't need any help than it already has. Like, it's not like they're gonna lose out if they don't put more power in the console. People are still gonna put games on the console because the console is like leading the market right now.
Right.
So Sony really needs to chill out, because they their gaming department just went back into the black. So they need to just do what they're doing and stay on the right path. Like, that's one of the things that I've always said that I am proud of Sony for doing, is to be able to get themselves together and be in a situations where they can be profitable in their stuff and still give people what they want, while at the same time, you know, retaining who they are. And I don't want them to be bleeding money because they're trying to make a more powerful system when they already have the more powerful system on the market. You know what I mean? It's like, but there's also some things that are saying that the PS4K, if it's a thing, is not for games, it's for VR. And if that's the case, I still think it's dumb, you know, because it's like, I don't understand I'm trying to understand the point. Because, like, it would make sense if you have a console that's not doing well and you need a way to reinvigorate that market.
Right.
They don't need to do that at the moment because the PlayStation 4 is doing well.
Right.
People are generally optimistic about PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
They don't need to do this. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And as far as Phil Spencer chiming in and saying how he thinks that the Xbox 1.5 is not going to be a thing because if they're going to make a leap, they're going to make a generational leap.
Right.
While I understand that, at the same time, they did say some weeks ago that they were trying to make it to where they would make the Xbox One upgradable so that when their hardware moves, their software moves and vice versa. So it's like, you saying this, but at the same time, that's exactly what y'all are doing as well. So it's like, which one is it? I don't know.
So are you or aren't you?
Are you or aren't you? Like, just tell us, like, are you saying this as PR jargon or is this what you actually mean, you know? But at the end of the day, PlayStation doesn't need it. So I don't understand why this is even a thing, but whatever.
Right.
I'm not for that because, like I said, it's also
we'll just see what they all do. Like both sides of they both kind of like sitting on the fence right now. To be honest,
I think they both are trying to future-proof those consoles.
Yeah, they trying to turn them into computers. Why don't you just? It's essentially what it sounds like.
They're trying for a reason.
It's like they're trying to do. I don't know with the whole Xbox side. It sounds like Phil and the gang are trying to turn the Xbox into a computer because they're talking. They're talking about upgrading it and all this other stuff where we can upgrade it and stuff. Is like a console is a console for a reason. I don't want to go and buy parts and shit and upgrade it. I just want to buy the system, get my games, and call it a freaking day. Like, that's why I console. If I want to upgrade, I will just use my computer. I would get a computer and upgrade that way.
Bruh.
You know, and then with the PlayStation, you got, we have an upgraded version of it. Well, that's essentially a big FU to those who purchased it prior, like, day one and on, and then everybody else who's, like, hearing about it are skeptical to purchase because they don't know if the new one's coming out or not, or vice versa. So it's like you're splitting up your crowd there, like your groups.
Nobody's even asking for this.
Yeah.
Nobody's asking for a more powerful console.
See, that's what Sony does. They do some shit that don't even make sense.
It's like, here's the thing. Okay, we all know that the PlayStation 4 is the most powerful console in the market. Like, that's been a thing since like they announced the thing. We always knew the PlayStation was going to be more powerful than the Xbox. But at the same time, these consoles, of course, they're significantly less powerful than your average PC, but they're not making games that far behind. Like, games are still optimized to a good degree on consoles for what consoles can do. Nobody's asking for more power. I haven't really heard many gamers complaining about their consoles not being able to do certain things or whatever. So it's like, people are happy with their games. Just bring us games. That's the thing. Bring us games. Bring us games, please. Bring us games. That's better.
My thing.
Bring us games.
Like the games.
Network. When you fix your PSN network, change your free games. Offer something.
Right. It's essentially with bottom line, when it comes down to it, it's about games. We don't care about how upgradable the consoles are and how powerful the consoles are and what the consoles freaking do. Can they tickle your freaking leg or whatever? I don't care what the console freaking does, to be honest. Like, at bottom line, if the console cannot play a game, it is useless to me. So you can upgrade it to the freaking heavens and back again. If it ain't playing a game I like and the games ain't working, I don't give a shit about your console.
Just bring me the freaking
Give me some freaking games.
I've had my PlayStation for a hot minute now, and the only game that I'm really excited for is Ratchet & Clank, and that comes out next week.
I'm super excited for that game.
So it's can we get some games, please? Just please.
Super excited. And they had a lot of games that came out recently for PlayStation that it piqued my interest, but at the end of the day, I never really felt the need to go and buy it because it was just like, okay, well, you know what? Not really. And if it was playable on the Xbox, then obviously I was going to play it on the Xbox. But I mean, I'm just saying, it's just more games. Just bring some more games.
I don't care about the PS4 games. Just bring some games.
So we're gonna get off this topic, unless you guys have anything else you want to like.
I don't know. Miss K was about to drop that hot mixtape.
Okay, go ahead. Go drop that. Yeah, go drop that mixtape. Go.
I'm just saying, talking about all this 4K stuff. Shit, half the gamers ain't even got 4K TVs. So what the hell?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think, like I said, I think it's basically for the media, movies and stuff like that, and I don't know. It's just a bunch
didn't they do that with the PS4 when the 3D came out too? They wanted to, but instead they decided to just upgrade send an update to it in order for it to work with that. So they should be able to do the same thing with a 4K TV. But no, they want to change the hardware because I'm telling you, it's for the VR.
Yeah, it's for the VR. Mm-hmm.
I
That's
do.
basically what it's for.
I know that the
See,
Samsung
but they
phone.
knew a long time ago they were gonna be fucking around with the VR, so they should have been had stuff like that implemented into it for a future, like future-proof your
No, they want the money. That's why they didn't do it that
yeah,
way.
that's what it is. It's about money. We know it's a cash drop automatically, but you
That's
knew
right.
you were gonna be dicking around with some VR, so now you want to 4 point, the 4K,
Yeah, right.
whatever the no, stop, like whatever. But hey, it's up to the individual at this point. It's like, look, do you really want to drop another whatever for another system that's supposed to be for some other system?
Might as well wait on the next console. I ain't doing all that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes from here. They'll give us more information as time moves on, and we'll just have to see how the cookie crumbles, because I'm not buying it. That's for damn sure. You can stay on the shelf and collect dust. Anyway, yup. So, Miss K, how about that Call of Duty in space? Want to give me some information on that?
Oh, that Call of Duty in space, though.
That Call of Duty in space. How you feel about that?
Can we please keep the boots on the ground? But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. They can go in space. I just get Battlefield 5. Fuck all the dumb shit.
Oh, damn. Miss K.
So, yeah, our next topic is Call of Duty 2016 set in space. Players can expect to partake in space combat in the very far future, according to reports. I'm not going to read this whole long list of things, but it is in the description in the comments below, so you can check it out. But essentially, Call of Duty is in space. Why? I thought Call of Duty had something to do with military. And why are military in space? I don't understand.
Military people don't go to space.
Have you been to Miss K? Have you been to space?
Nope.
I haven't been to space. Because me and you are both military. We both veterans. So we ever been to space?
We've been all over the world, but we ain't been to space.
We've been all over the world, but I haven't quite gotten to the stratosphere.
We haven't done that combat in space yet.
We haven't done that. So then we missed out on something. Then Miss K, we missed out on something. What happened?
I don't know. These people are lost their rabbit ass minds.
That's something new they're gonna start.
It doesn't fit. Space and military in one sentence does not mesh well. It doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense. You don't send the military to space. You send them to war.
On the ground at that.
On the ground, or on the ground, in the air, or on water. That's it. Not in space.
Not in space. People are gonna buy that game.
Of course.
People are gonna buy that game. They're gonna like that game.
We know that. We're not worried about them buying it, but it just sounds weird.
It's just.
It sounds like a movie. Call of Duty.
I don't see how can that be fun to play.
I don't know.
What wars in outer space?
Bullets like floating.
Everybody's in like those freaking like space suits, like you just floating around.
They just floating around in space, dudes floating around in their space suits, bullets floating around, not hitting nothing. Like, really right now?
Yep, they're crazy.
I just want to see the enemies. I mean, wait.
They gonna be floating too.
That's hilarious.
Like everything gonna be floating. They'll probably be fighting in a spaceship, which is gonna be riddled with bullets, if anything else, and then coming crashing to Earth because I'm sorry, if you're gonna have a war in a spaceship, you're definitely gonna have that motherfucker crash.
Yeah,
so
something gonna happen, bruh.
Sure. So I don't know. Is it like either it's on another planet, which okay, I can dig it if it's on another planet and they're on the ground, but I don't understand why they have to be on that planet when you were like when. I don't understand why they would be on the planet. Are we fighting aliens now? Like, what is this?
You know, somebody always told me that if there's a series or franchise that decides to go to space, that means the franchise is running out of ideas.
I think that's what it is. They're running out. And they thought, oh, space.
I just think people are losing, like, they don't have any imagination anymore. Like, that's the thing. What happened to the imagination of, like, developers these days? Like, they're just thinking so far out of the box that they're going way beyond what the scope of their game is. You have Call of Duty, which is a military-based, simulator type game, shooter, and you're sending them to space. Space, military, does not mix.
Nope.
Does not mix whatsoever. You could go talk to freaking military people or veterans personnel. They will tell you, what? Like, what? I don't know. Crazy. I mean, I don't play the game, but it just seems a little far-fetched. But hey, maybe it'll be a good one. People will buy it, so that's not the issue. It's just why.
I don't know. I'm one of those kind of people though, because I know there's a lot of people out there that like certain types of shooters in different settings. But like, I'm actually one of those kind of people. Like, I like space. I like sci-fi shooters. That's one of the reasons why I like Halo so much. But at the same time, because of the type of franchise that Call of Duty is, I don't really know how this is gonna work. Cause like at least in Halo, like you don't have real bullets. It's like lasers and stuff.
Lasers and stuff, yeah. So they're trying to turn Call of Duty into Halo, if that's the case. And
Halo
it's like
/ Battlefront.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like there are people who adore Call of Duty for what it is. Leave it as it is and give it some, give it another story, a new depth, something. I don't know, let people make their own freaking character or something that has some kind of fight style in there or some crap like that. Give them the ability to make groups or something on the ground. Actually put them in a fight. In a literal freaking war somewhere.
True.
I could rock with Black Ops 3 because it was futuristic. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I like Titanfall. Like that's hot to me. But space, like full blown space.
Yeah, like futuristic, what? Cool. Space, where? What? Why?
Where are we? Why are we here?
Why are we here? Yeah. That's the question you have to ask. Why are we up here? Because I'm looking at the article and they're like, well, so what? There's they're like grenades wouldn't work exactly. Kill streaks wouldn't work at all. Can't have a helicopter in outer space or a dog for that matter. What? Like they're like confused as to. I guess there's another guy kind of confused as to how it would work, and they're still negotiating or thinking things through. I guess at this point. So yeah, confusion abound because no dogs allowed and no helicopters, and if they're on a space station. Why are you shooting in a space station, first of all? Because you're going to blow a hole in the hull and then implode from space.
What it is that everybody in Call of Duty, all the soldiers, they want to be Green Lanterns, bruh. That's why they in space.
Okay, stop. Just stop. I'm going to need you to stop. I don't know. Maybe they'll work it out. It's an interesting concept. I'm not going to lie. It's interesting, but... in space and military don't work. I'm sorry, I'm ex-military here. That don't sound right.
It just don't sound. It sounds weird.
It sounds very freaking weird. So I don't know. Maybe they'll figure that thing out.
R.I.P. Call of Duty in space.
All right. So yeah, we're just gonna move on from that. I guess we'll see what happens when it happens, if it happens. PlayStation 3.50 system software update out tomorrow. Our next major system software update for PlayStation 4 version 3.50, codename Musashi, why, is out tomorrow. Well, we outlined some of the features last month before our beta program started. We wanted to give a more detailed look at the update and share some new info. We're making it easier to play together with friends, adding the ability to appear offline, and more. On your profile tab, we've added a new option called Online Status. From here, you can choose to appear offline. This could be useful if you want to play games or watch movies without your friends knowing you're online. You can designate if you would like to appear offline with your login or at any time from your profile or by holding down the PS button on the DualShock 4 to bring up the quick menu. Now you can choose to get notified when your friends come online to receive notifications. Select a player on your friends list. Press options to select notify when online. On the events tab, we're adding the ability to schedule gameplay sessions with your friends. Just select create event, and you'll be able to make an invitation for an upcoming gameplay session. Choose the day, time, game, all that good stuff. You can also play together. This feature allows all members of a party to see what each person is playing so that you can easily join a friend's game or start a new game together. Other new system features are remote play for PC and Mac. With this update, we're expanding PS4's remote play capabilities to work with Windows PC and Mac. Remote play on PC and Mac is compatible with the following system software: Windows 8.1, Windows 10 or later, OS X 10.10, and OS 10.11. You'll be able to select the following resolutions and frame rate options depending on your internet bandwidth. And whoa, that's a lot of stuff. And a lot of other stuff here, but I do have the link to this article below, so you can read the rest of that. But essentially, there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming to the for the update tomorrow. So those of you who wanted to appear offline, yay, you can be offline now. I think that was something that was sorely missing for a while there. So that's that. I think that's all the topics we have here. So, okay, looks like we went through everything. All right. Congratulations. Yay. So, does anybody else have anything they would like to bring to the table? And is there any comments in the comment section, actually?
For the PlayStation update, or did I miss it already? Or?
Yeah, I just read some of the stuff on it, but, like, you could elaborate on there if there's something you wanted to talk about on it.
Well, I already know me and Miss K are all about that offline hype.
Yeah,
Finally being able to appear offline.
That way you can beat games when you appear offline sometimes, because I've been on the single player mode. I've been playing single player games, and you know, sometimes the notifications kind of what I'm doing. I know you can turn them off, but I was like, I don't want to turn them off. I just appear offline that way I can finish what the hell I'm doing. So.
True. That's going to be very nifty whenever I'm actually on my PlayStation when they decide to bring some games out. But another interesting thing that I noticed on here was play together, which is really cool. You could finally like join people's games, like it's like the join game option on Xbox,
True.
which is pretty dope. That's definitely gonna come in handy. And then one of the things that also really interests me is remote play. Like here lately, I've been playing a lot more games on my PC. Like I have really weird moments, like when I just kind of swap between platforms. Like sometimes, like my most played platforms would be like PC and Wii U. And then sometimes it's like PC and Xbox. And then sometimes, you know, when I do play my PlayStation, it's like PlayStation and PC or PlayStation and Xbox. Or, you know, I kind of mix it up. So being able to play my games remote play on my PC would actually be pretty nifty for me, because I could go to one place, which is my PC, to just play all my games. That works out for me also as a streamer, because that makes it really easy to kind of maneuver and multitask when everything is just all in my particular setup on my desktop. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I really wish that everybody would do this. Like, I know Xbox has their own version of remote play. Now just Nintendo, can we get some remote play?
Can you stop asking for the impossible?
The only thing about remote play is I kind of wonder about like if there would be any latency issues, but apparently they do really good with remote play between the Vita and the PlayStation 4, but I don't know if it would be a completely different thing, considering that this is a platform that is not a Sony one. It's like a universal platform, PC and Mac, you know? So I don't know, we'll see. And then the max resolution that it goes up to based on your bandwidth is 720p. Standard frame rate is 30 frames, which is, 30 frames is like the standard this gen. Sorry, you guys. I know you wanted 60 FPS, but 30 is all we get, really. So I guess that don't really bother me too much. But for some games, some rare games that do have 60 frames, it'll be kind of lame, I guess, depending on your internet connection. But if you have a decent connection, you'll be alright. So that's pretty cool. I'm down with that.
That's what's up. Alright, so I wanted to actually touch on one more thing real quick, which was Quantum Break.
Nice.
Has anybody played it yet?
Not yet. I just picked it up when I got off work.
Alright.
I'm just taking it while I'm thinking it.
Well, I got a little glimpse of the game, got to play and stream it a little bit earlier today, and oh my goodness, this game. It is a very interesting game. Like, it has this ambiance about it. Like, the sounds, not the soundtrack itself, but the sounds in this game trips me the hell out while I'm playing, because essentially just about anything and everything you do has some kind of, like, weird, electronic, funky little tune or sound to it that really, I don't know what it is, but I just love the sound in this game. Like, the sound effects in this game have me, like, jumping all the time, because I have the the sound up so loud, and it's got me jumping because I'll hear things from different locations based on what kind of abilities that Jack uses. Makes the sound warp a little bit, so it'll sound like you're underwater or like
that's
you're moving.
trippy.
It's like really trippy. Like if you put some headphones on and you like have that stuff blaring, you will literally trip out because the sounds are literally what makes this game really fun. Interestingly enough. The game itself, the gameplay itself does have a little stutter to it here and there, but I haven't had anything like game breaking, so I'm not gonna harp on that. But I mean, that's just is what it is. The story, like in between each act, you're gonna get like be able to watch the actual TV show that they have, I guess. You can skip it and move on to the next part of the game and then watch it later, but I tend to watch the actual TV shows, and it actually adds to the gameplay later on. You get to take a quick break, watch the little, I think it's 30 minutes or something like that, 15, 30 minutes, I don't know, somewhere in between there, and you get to watch it, and it like kind of gives you an understanding of the actual story, and then you go on into the next act, and the art is, the art style that they choose, or I guess you could say the art style that they choose, or the format that they choose is pretty cool because he actually looks like home dude. Like, I'm like, oh no, it's Iceman. But I like this game. It's pretty fun. I haven't had fun with a game in a while. I suck as far as I'm concerned as like shooting and stuff, but they have this control method where it actually points the gun at the people for you, so you can actually not lose as far as like shooting is concerned, because I suck in that area. Yeah, I just really enjoy this game. It's really fun so far. I haven't gotten too far into it, so I can't give everybody like big updates, but my first impression of it is really, it's off the chain. It's pretty cool. They did a good job. It seems like they took their time. They weren't trying to rush it too much. So kudos to them on that. Okay. And for you guys who are soon to play it, hope you guys have fun with it. Like I said, put some headphones on. Listen to the sounds. It really, really plays a big, important part in the game because it trips you out horribly. Like, I'm just like, oh, what's that sound? And then you just, like, you're going to get shot at a lot. There's a lot of people trying to kill you, so yay for that. And they did a good job with the story and integrating the TV and the gameplay and stuff like that. So kudos to them. I'm enjoying the game so far. I'm going to probably play it once we're done here. So
that's what's up. So I have a question. I don't have the game yet, but one of the things that I was kind of like worried about with that game is like it looks fun, but at the same time I feel like it might be like one of those movie games. Like, not trying to use that as like an insult. I know people hate that.
You mean like the point click type of deal?
Yeah, like
it actually is not. I thought it was gonna be that too. It actually is not point click. Like, there's some areas where it's like you go up to something, you click a button, he reacts to it, and you move on. But there's a lot of, like, with the shooting and you using your abilities and stuff, it kind of alleviates that point click type of deal in between there. So you're gonna have some point click moments where you have to do something and he does a whole cutscene worth of it, and you're just like, okay, can I play now? And then you get into the plays, and then you get to go into playing, and you're actually playing for a while. So I was getting lit up. So yeah, so you're gonna have some point click. It does have that, but it doesn't have that. I guess the way I could word it better is like it does have the movie feel, but not in the way of Order 1886. I guess you could say. It's more of like. It's an action. It's action based. It tells a story. You're in the story, and you actually get to play the story. But you also have some moments where it's going to slow down a little bit because I think it's kind of following how they play with time, and I think that's what they're doing with it.
Okay.
If they're playing, the way they're playing with time in it is the way that they play the story. Like you'll slow down, you'll have some point click moments, and then it speeds up, and you're moving around shooting people, get shot at, and then you have like some like puzzle areas here and there, and then you're going back again to getting shot at and doing all sorts of other stuff. So I think it literally plays into the whole time thing, the time theme. So I think if that helps explain it a little bit.
That makes sense. The time element, I guess it would make sense that there's some points where it kind of slows down and speeds up and all this and that. That's interesting.
Because it definitely started off like slow in the beginning, and then somewhere in between I was just like, oh wait, what? Like everything's just happening. You're just like, okay, all right. So they did a good job of actually making the game overall itself play into how the theme of the game is about time. So it's the game itself is gonna slow down, tell the story, kind of make you slow down, and you're gonna get your adrenaline back down, and then it's gonna pick back up again and get you pushing into the story again. So they did a good job with that. If that helps. So
I'm glad to know it's not a movie. Congrats.
Yeah. Unless you're watching the TV show, then that's when it becomes a complete movie. When the TV show is streamed into it, like in between each act, they're gonna stream the TV show. You can skip it and go straight back into the freaking video game, but it took me out of the video game for a minute because I was like, what's going on? I completely forgot about the TV show, and I was like, oh, we got a movie now? What's going on? Like, is this a cutscene? And it took me a minute to realize it's the TV show. And they're like, yeah, at the bottom of the screen, it's like, you can skip. And I was like, oh, okay, well, skip. I want to play the game. So that kind of jarred me there for a minute. But other than that,
do you feel like
the game
those
is really
parts are
good.
essential to the game?
For the most part, like when I let it play, it didn't like take away from the game. I think it gives you some more information about the story. If you're story driven, then you'll want to watch those TV shows. If you're not worried about the story and you just kind of really want to play the game and get done and learn about the story in the game as opposed to with the TV show, you don't really need that. And you also apparently get to play Serene, whatever the villain person, apparently you get to play him too. So that was kind of interesting because I suddenly was playing with him and I was like, wait, what? So, yeah.
That's interesting.
I think it's a really interesting game. They did a decent job with it. I'm having fun with it so far, so it'll probably take me a few days to finish. I think they put a little length in it, so that's good, hopefully.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's good, because I know some people were saying that the game is kind of short, too.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing it all day, every day, nonstop, then yeah, it's going to be short. But I mean, if you take some breaks in between, it probably won't be, and depends on the type of player you are, too. So, speedrunners, obviously, it will be fast for them. People who are just good with these type of games, they're going to go through it like it ain't nothing. People like myself who don't really tend to play these games too often, I probably might take a minute with it.
Yeah.
So it's based on the person, on the actual person itself, and how well they can play these games.
Right. Cool.
But it's a good game. It's a good game. So I would recommend it to folks. Check it out if you can. Rent it if you're not in the mood to buy it. It is what it is. As long as you play the game and enjoy it.
That's what's up.
And that's all. I just wanted to throw that out there. Kind of give a little quick feels for that game. And anybody else have any other topics they'd like to bring to the table?
Not really. It's been kind of a meh week.
Yeah, it really has. Like, you can tell kind of by how we're going. So, well, then we'll just go ahead and close this thing out. I had to do that. I had to do that. So, yeah, we're going to go close this thing out. Unfortunately, Miss Lynn bounced out because our internet is whack as hell. So,
wow.
Shout out to Miss Lynn. Unfortunately, unfortunately, that peasantry internet need to upgrade. I said it. So we're gonna go ahead and do our logouts. I don't see any questions on the side here. Any questions on your end, Mia? Anybody got any questions? Nope. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and log out. So we'll start with Miss K. Go ahead and log out. Let us know what's going on your channel and everything.
Same old. Me gaming. It's your girl Miss K219 Gary IND. It's been a dope podcast as always, and I'm logging out.
All right. And Miss Nia, go ahead and let everyone know what's going on your channel and log out.
What up, everybody? It's your girl Nia, TheVideoGamHer. Thank you guys so much for checking out the cast, whether you're watching it live or whether you're checking out the archive later. Shout outs to the homie Locket00 in the chat right now. Homie has been holding it down for the whole cast, so shout outs to him. And he did ask us if we saw Batman vs. Superman, but I told him I don't think anybody's seen it yet.
Nah, I haven't seen it.
Not yet.
He says it's pretty dope despite what most people think. So, I'll check it out. I'm
gonna check it. I'm gonna be checking it out eventually, so I don't care what people say.
Right. But since we're talking about comics and movies and things like that, I encourage you guys to go and find some kind of way to watch Green Lantern, the animated series, that joint is fire. Like, so underrated. I didn't even know it was a thing until over the weekend because I was binge watching like DC stuff like Justice League versus Teen Titans, which is cool too. You should go check it out. But that's pretty
And
much
Bad
it.
Blood.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Batman Bad Blood. Watch that shit. It's good.
Bad Blood was good.
That shit was
That
good.
was good.
So that's all I have.
Okay. Go ahead, Meek. Go ahead and do your login now. Tell us what's good on your channel.
Right now the channel is on a little bit of a hiatus because I've been busy with work. Sorry about that. And y'all know where to check me out. And yeah. Oh, ha ha ha. And y'all know where to check me out. And hopefully I can get some streaming up. I don't know when. Been a little busy. Sorry. That's it.
That's life.
Hey, that's what happens. Life goes around. And as you guys already know, I'm Kuuppon, and this is my channel, and you already know what goes on in here. I'm streaming, podcasts here and there, Mario Kart 8 Monday, Madness, freaking, what else? Oh, tomorrow we got the Nintendo. Team Red Talks Nintendo. It's been pretty bougie and bourgeois, I should say, in the, Nintendo news community, so we'll see what we can do as far as scraping up some news. This has been pretty quiet lately this week, so apologies for if this podcast was fairly boring for anyone, but we tried to venture out and find other things. By the way, if you would like for us to talk about various different topics and you have something you want to hear from our point of view, you are able to let us know. You can post in the comments below, tell us, give us a topic to talk about, let us know what you would like to hear talks about, anything, real life stuff, comic books, movies, TV, personal issues, all that stuff. Like, we just want to kind of branch out and talk about anything that's good and relevant to all of us as gamers and people. So by all means, get out there, give us some, heads up on things that you would like to hear from our point of view as fellow female gamers, because, hey, we're the only ones out here doing the damn thing.
But before we bounce, since Miss Lynn is not here, I'm going to do it for her.
Yes,
Go
please.
check out my homegirl, iPod One Reviewer. The homie Lynn has a new series on her channel called One-on-One Gamers. I think that's the name of the series. I don't remember exactly, but it's with her, and she talks one-on-one with different gamers in the community, and it's just all about straight-up gaming topics. Check it out. She started a new thing, man. Support people who actually give a damn about games. Like, real talk.
That's what it's all about. So that is us for today. Thanks for coming through, and those of you who plan on checking us out during the archive, thank you as well. As I said, leave some comments below. Let us know what you would like to hear from us for not next week, but the following week after that. So two Tuesdays from here, or another Tuesday from this one, so not next week. However you do it. We're bi-weekly, we're not weekly, bi-weekly. So yeah, do that for us and let us know what's up. And like, subscribe, share, hit up everybody in the links below. I left their channels there too, so please do that, and we will bounce now.
Peace.
Later.